is the Grip Analysis 2019, which will mainly be focusing on the spray performance of the grips, as single fire remains unchanged and quite simple. More about that later in the video. The setup I'll be using for the test is an M416 with a compensator and a tactical stock. However, results will be applicable to all assault rifles and most likely also all SMGs. In my test, I'm focusing on two things. First, the recoil pattern to look for horizontal and vertical recoil, and then the first bullet recoil measured by adding up the vertical recoil for all 5 sprays. The jump of the first bullet is important, as that is how much your weapon jumps exactly after your first shot. And this vertical jump varies a lot between the grips. The more your weapon jumps on the first bullet, the more likely you are to miss critically important shots at the start of your spray. I did this test for all grips, including the laser sight, and we'll look closer at each and every one. First, the vertical grip, which is a favorite to many, because it reduces vertical recoil the most of any grip, while not actually affecting horizontal recoil at all. But while your weapon will move unpredictably horizontally on longer sprays, the first bullet recoil is very low, and this will give you a high initial spray accuracy without any surprises. Next, we'll have a look at the angled. The angled has one purpose: reduce horizontal recoil. And that it sure does well. Almost straight lines but very high vertical movement. The vertical recoil is easily manageable by just moving your mouse down, and this makes the angle perfect for long accurate sprays, but the first bullet jump is very high, which in return reduces short spray accuracy. Now to the thumb grip. Barely any recoil reduction is offered by this grip, and the first bullet jumps quite a lot. You really have to want the ADS speed benefit of this grip to equip it to your weapon, because the handling is definitely not good. Moving on to the half grip, that offers a vertical and horizontal recoil reduction, which is definitely noticeable by a great balanced recoil tree chart. The dark side, however, of the half grip is its first bullet jump, which is the highest of any available grip. This makes short sprays inaccurate unless the user pulls down more on the first shot than the rest. The reason for this first bullet recoil on the half grip and the angled is to prevent users from using them for single fire, as there are other grips that are designed for that purpose instead. And that would be the light grip. A single fire grip, however, in a full spray test, very interestingly has a lot of potential, as that first bullet jump is completely gone. When you start your spray, you'll have to pull down the same amount as you do throughout the entire spray, which can potentially increase your accuracy quite a lot. However, it comes at the cost of high recoil, which I guess you would want to avoid anyway. Finally, the laser sight, which is not a grip but goes in the same slot. And since the laser sight only affects hipfire, I don't really know why I included it, but here it is in purple. Nice. Now let's compare all the grips side by side. And what we see here is that the vertical grip and the angle grip both stands out. The vertical grip stands out by having the lowest vertical recoil, and the angled by having the lowest horizontal recoil. The half grip is in between the two, and the thumb grip is not good for handling. You can see that the light grip and the laser sight really doesn't affect your recoil while spraying. But when looking at the jump of the first bullet, the light grip is the king, with no extra first bullet recoil, and is closely followed by the vertical grip. So where does this take us? Which grip is the best? Well, the best overall grip is no doubt the vertical grip. The best grip for short sprays is also the vertical. And the best grip for a long spray, like when spraying down a vehicle, would be the angled and the half grip. The best grips for a single fire are the vertical and the light grip by having a low single fire recoil. And the grips with the highest potential will be the angled and the half grip. And what I mean by the highest potential is that if you can control the first bullet, then the rest of the performance of the grip will beat the vertical grip and make these grips straight up better. Remember that you can always predict the vertical recoil but never the horizontal. So there you have it, guys. I hope this video was helpful and that it helped to clear up some of your thoughts about the grips. If it did, consider liking this video and subscribe to the channel for more. And I'll see you guys next time.